Police Department. Today we're going to give you a tour of our police department. So this is Kaysville Police. When you walk in, you can enter from either the east side or the west side. And this is our lobby right here. So if you need help, you can come up to these windows right here, and there's a doorbell. We'll have an officer come up and talk to you and see what you need. All right, guys, this is the EOC room. So EOC stands for Emergency Operation Command. So when we have big events, we use this room. 4th of July, any trainings that we do, that's all held in this room. Sometimes when we have parties with our police department, we'll come into this room and use it. We've also used this room for like media, so when we have news crews that want to come and do big interviews with us, we use this room. We can pull up trainings on these big TVs so everyone can see. So these rooms right here are our interview rooms. So we use these when we have people come into our lobby that want to file a report, and maybe the case that they're handling is maybe some sensitive material. We'll bring them into these private interview rooms where we can interview them, where no one else can hear what they're saying. We've just put in new couches. We just painted the walls. We're gonna get some new pictures hung up. So this is all being funded by a grant fund through our victim advocate. So we were able to purchase all this new stuff, so it feels a little bit more homey, so people feel a little bit more comfortable talking to us in these rooms. All right, so these are the administration offices. So in this room right here is the conference room. So when we have people come in for interviews, we use this room. We also use this room for trainings. Anyone that we're meeting with, we'll have them come into this room. We can zoom them through the TV. We've got speakers and different things like that in here. And then back here we've got the administration offices. So we've got our assistant chief's office and our chief's office. Back here we have the POP officer's desk as well. So this is our gym that we have on site at our facility. A lot of our officers use the gym in the morning before their shifts start. They'll also come in back afterwards after their shift is ended. We've got quite a bit of equipment that they can use. Another option for our officers is we pay them to go use a Bossa pass. They just have to go like 4 times a month, but that's another option for them to be able to work out. So this is our records division. So up here we have some cubicles. Our evidence clerk sits at this desk. We have a desk officer that sits right here. Our support service supervisor is back here, and then our victim advocate. We keep all our records back here. This is connected to the lobby up front, so when we have people walk in, we can walk up front and help them through the plexiglass. We handle fingerprints up here. We do any records requests, any phone calls that come in, that all comes into this dispatch center right here. So this is our evidence area. So we have our evidence lockers over here. We can book our evidence on this side over here. So once we have everything wrapped up how we're supposed to, we can stuff them in these lockers. We also have some bigger lockers that we can fit some bigger equipment. And then over here we've got a fridge. So this is used like if we have anyone that we're booking blood or urine for. We do blood kits for DUIs or different things like that. So we would use this fridge to book the blood, the urine, so that we can preserve those evidence. And then over here as well, we have our temporary evidence lockers. So we use these anytime that an officer may have gotten evidence but they don't have time to book it yet, we can put them in these lockers. They've got keys, so we can take the key, and then when we have time, we'll come back and book our evidence. This is the evidence room back here where we keep everything. There's only a few people that have access to that, so if you'll see, I can't get into the room. So our evidence clerk, and then I think one of our lieutenants is able to get back there. They're able to get the evidence out of the lockers and put it away where it needs to go. It stays there for a certain amount of time before we have to destruct the evidence. So this is our briefing room. So every day at the beginning and end of our shifts, our officers come in here, we meet, we talk about all the cases that we handled throughout the day. We'll also use this room if we have any trainings. Sometimes we have some parties back here, but mostly it's for debriefing, to talk about any significant cases that we handled through the day, just so the next crew coming on knows what had happened during the day and people that we might interact with later throughout our shifts. This area is our patrol division, so we have cubicles for every patrol officer. They can come bring their laptops into their desk and be able to work on their reports back here, any cases. They can also make phone calls. They each have a phone. Over on this side we have offices for all of the patrol sergeants as well as the patrol lieutenant. And then we have also a computer right here that they can use. So if they don't want to bring their laptop in and out of their car, they can use this computer to write their reports. This is our investigation area. So as you can see, we have lots of cubicles. We have our sergeant detective and our lieutenant that's over investigations are all back here, as well as our school resource officers each have a desk back here. So when they're not in the school during the summertime, they can handle cases back here. And they also have their own conference room back here. This conference room is used quite often. Sometimes they brief back here, or they'll do trainings. If they're working on a case back here, they can use the whiteboard to talk about different cases, pull up the TV and brief a plan for maybe a case that they might be going out on. This is the processing area. So when we have anyone that we have a DUI that we need to process or further investigate, we bring them into this room. Back here we have a restroom for them to use. There's a bathroom, sink, and as well as drinking water back here for them to use. And then back here is where we would process the DUI. So we have the yellow line for them to walk on. Let's say it's snowing outside. This would be a good area for them to use the line to walk on. We have our intoxilizer back here that we use for a lot of our DUI cases that we can have people blow into for us, that will tell us how much alcohol is in their system. And then back here we also have 2 holding cells. So as you can see, it's a pretty empty, plain room. We've got these metal bars on the bottom. If we need to handcuff someone to this, we can. But these are used if we have multiple people in here at the same time. We'll put them in separate rooms so they're separated. And then as well as we also have this area right here where they can sit. We use these bars to handcuff them so that they're not running around, they can't get to us. We make sure they're safe. We can provide them with blankets and different things that they can use while they're sitting here so that they're a little bit more comfortable. So back in our Sally Port, we have this little area. We use our washer and dryer. If we get blood on our clothes, we can bring our clothes back here and wash them, and then all of our officers keep an extra pair of uniforms in their lockers. And then we also have an area where we can reload our guns if we need to. And then this is to wash out our eyes if we get anything into our eyes out on a case. And then this is our Sally Port, our garage. So a lot of this is used for training. We do our taser training back here. You can see the man in the back. As well as if we have a DUI, we'll bring them into this room. Make sure both the doors of the garage are locked before we bring them back inside the PD. Thanks for coming on this virtual tour with us. We're really glad that we were able to have this opportunity to show you guys our PD. It's really unfortunate that because of COVID-19 right now we can't give tours like we normally do. We really miss having that interaction with you guys and getting to know you guys, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks.